So in this video, we're going to take a look at dictionaries in Python. Now, dictionaries is a way to save data and specifically key value pairs. And we'll take a look at what that means. So to first start off by making a dictionary, just use a variable. You make a variable, and the way to make a dictionary is using the curly brackets. So this would be an empty dictionary, but let's already give it some data. And I said that dictionaries are key value pairs. So a key is like an identifier. So you would put the key first. Let's say I want to make a dictionary that's called car, and let's say one of the keys is brand. So that would be the identifier, and the value itself is Ford in this case. So this is one key value pair. Here's the key, brand, and the value of Ford. Now you could give a dictionary multiple key value pairs. So another one would be, let's say horsepower. Let's just abbreviate that to HP, and that's a number. So let's say 230. And as you can see here, I put string, so you could give the value as a string in this case. Here it is a number, and you could also, add list. You could even make nested dictionaries and all kinds of different basic data structures. So the next one, let's just make it a Boolean. So it's gonna be four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive. It's the abbreviation of that. I'm just gonna say true in this case. And now let's print out this dictionary. Run the code. And it printed out. The brand is Ford, HP is 230, and the four-wheel drive is true. Now, if you want to, so this printed out the entire dictionary. Let's say you only want to print out Ford, for example, so this value. Now, to do that, you would need to use the key to identify it, and you use the square brackets, and you put brand as the key, and that's what identifies the Ford value. So if you run that, you will only get the value, which is Ford in this case. If you want, for example, the horsepower, HP is the key for that, it will print out 230. Now let's say we want to print out something that's not in the dictionary. So let's say color. Now color is not there, so it will throw a key error. And the reason it's a key error is because this key does not exist. So in order to get, if you're not sure if that key exists in the dictionary, this could happen in many scenarios, you would actually use a different syntax of getting the values. Instead of the square brackets, you would use dot and the get function of dictionaries. And if we run this, now color still doesn't exist in that dictionary, but it will return none. So it won't cause an error, and it won't break the flow of the code. But if you type in a key that actually exists, like brand, and run that, that will give you back Ford. So get is more of a safer way. So if a key doesn't exist, it will just return none. And now let's take a look at adding. So let's type color again, and run that. As you can see, it does not exist, so that's why I return none. But then let's give it a key named color for this dictionary. And in order to extend a dictionary with more keys, you would use the same syntax as you would use to get the values. So it's the square brackets, and then you just type in, let's color, because that's what we want to add. We're going to add a color blue. If we run this now, instead of none, it actually printed out blue, because now it's the color is in this dictionary. So that's what I wanted to show you today on how to use dictionaries in Python.